Vita Education Services, bringing learning to life. Vita, from Latin meaning life, has been bringing learning to life since 1971. We have helped thousands of adults in Bucks County gain the literacy skills they need through education programs that address real-life needs.
I found out about Vita almost 20 years ago. A friend was tutoring, and it just sounded like something that I would enjoy doing.
I was just looking for something for a volunteer opportunity to help people who'd come from another country to live in the United States. And as I'd done the same thing myself, I realized how difficult it was, and I could speak English.
Literacy needs are real in Bucks County. 1 in 5 adults does not have the reading, writing, computation, and problem-solving skills needed to meet personal goals at home, at work, and in the community. In addition, there are over 10,000 immigrants from over 50 countries that need help in reading and communicating in English.
Before I came to Vita, I had no idea about reading and spelling and math. It was very difficult when my friends and I would go out to dinner. I had to have one of my friends read the menu to me, but it was embarrassing to let somebody else know that I was 28 years old and didn't really know how to read or write.
It's very hard to say that there is a typical student at Vita Education. We have literacy students who want to improve their literacy skills, their reading and sometimes their math skills. They're at all different levels. They can be from very beginning readers up to people who want to get their high school equivalency diploma, their GED.
You can tell easily if you multiply 100 by 3, what do you get? 300. 300, right? So then it's going to be a matter of dividing 8 into 300 to figure out what the percent is. Math is something that you have to think about every step of the way. It's easy in a way because it's always logical.
So our words are all in uppercase, and our definitions are all in lowercase, and our job is to match them up.
Persistent, continuous, refusing to give up, firm in action or decision.
Good.
Haphazardly.
Haphazardly. Great word, isn't it? Having no order or pattern. By chance. Yeah, so that's good. You got some help.
English is a second language students. Many times they have learned some English in their native country. Maybe they can read some. They might be able to write some English, but the listening and the speaking is a challenge for them. But what all of our students have in common is that they have all reached a point in their lives where they know that the skills that they have are not sufficient for what they need in order to reach their goals.
I choose Vita because when I came from Peru, I didn't speak English. I went to Vita. I was lucky because I got good teaching. Now I receive classes 1 day a week.
In order to make education meaningful and rewarding for each student, Vita has adopted a learner-centered approach in which each student's educational program is based on what is important in his or her life.
I always have my lesson ready, and then it's always tailored to the needs of my student. It's a teamwork process.
Many new tutors are very afraid that they're not going to know what to do with the student, but I always assure them that once they get in there, they won't have to worry about that.
The best tutors are the ones who are willing to figure out what the student needs and to work with them where they are to help them to reach their goal. They're flexible, professional, but they're empathetic to the student.
Our tutors have a variety of backgrounds. Some of them have been teachers, but the majority of the tutors have no education background, but they have that love of learning and that desire to help individuals.
I got into it as an ESL student myself. I thought, well, I already know about this. I already know how much I've been enriched. That for me was an easy decision to go with Vita.
The training curriculum developed by Vita staff provides tutors with the techniques they need to help adult learners improve their skills.
Well, the first thing that we had to do was to attend a couple of days training session, and the Vita staff there were very approachable, very friendly and very supportive, because many of the people that had attended hadn't done anything like this at all before. So it was just nice to be made very comfortable and at ease with some knowledgeable people who had a lot of experience in this area.
After the initial training, this tutor is interviewed by a program coordinator to find out where their interests are, when they are available, where they are available to go. Then at that point, we're able to make a match with the appropriate student.
Vita does match people that they think are compatible in their goals, also work schedules. I mean, I know most of the people on both sides, the student and the tutors, hold other jobs, so Vita is very good that way, and I was fortunate. It's a successful match, and I tell my student I'll stay with her as long as she wants me there.
Tutors may choose to work with a student in the community or the Bucks County Correctional Facility. Vita's staff meets with students to determine their educational and individual goals. Vita provides ongoing support for tutors with learning materials, lesson plans, and workshops.
We are available by email, we're available by phone, we're available at the office to talk to tutors individually about any concerns that they have or how to help a student to overcome an obstacle or to reach a particular goal.
To our tutors, I'd like to say that we know there are many organizations that are looking for volunteers. So we are very pleased that you've decided to use your talents to work with Vita. I don't have to tell you that there's nothing like knowing you've helped someone to learn something, whether it's to read something or to read a book to a child or to learn some words in English or to communicate to a neighbor. There's nothing like helping someone. There's a feeling that it's very hard to describe, and I know that you tutors know that feeling.
Amira has just this week earned her citizenship to the United States of America.
The student-tutor pair meets for 2 hours a week in a public setting such as a library. The program coordinator maintains contact with the tutor and student about their progress.
And what we're really trying to accomplish is to help the student develop some critical thinking skills so that they can go on after they finish with our program and continue their learning in another setting.
I actually know how to do tipping. For the first time, I've been able to learn how to read and write. And for the first time, I didn't have to ask one of my friends to read the menu to me. I knew how to do it for myself, which made me proud.
When I came from Peru, I know some words and some sentences. And now I am working at Doylestown Hospital, like a housekeeping. I work every week in Vita, but the practice I have in my work because I have the opportunity to talk with all the patients every day.
Vita has offices in Doylestown and at the Ben Salem Family Resource Center. Our programs and classes take place in schools, community centers, and libraries throughout Bucks County. Vita has group classes and programs for high school equivalency, GED preparation, family literacy, and English as a second language.
I definitely feel a lot better because I have self-esteem now, which I spent my whole life trying to get, and finally I'm achieving it.
I get a great deal of enjoyment out of helping people learn, and a little selfishly, I learn something every day. My current student has taught me about hip-hop. I didn't know anything about that, so I get my personal enrichment from helping and also from learning.
I've been overwhelmed by the students, especially their determination, their willingness to work a full-time job and then give time in the evenings to improve themselves.
Both of the students that I've had have been really friendly and outgoing people, and it's just been really enriching to feel like I've made a difference in their lives, and to contribute in a small way to them actually achieving some of their goals in their new country has just really been satisfactory. I really enjoyed it.
Whether the student obtains skills to find a better job, to become more involved in their children's education, or to gain greater self-confidence, Vita's tutors attain a great sense of satisfaction from sharing their knowledge with others and by making a difference in the lives of adults in the Bucks County community.
It's helped me a lot. I can understand the employee who I work for, and I can help my daughter homework. When I meet my daughter's teacher, I can talk with her, communicate. It helped me a lot.
I think it was 3 months into tutoring my student where she came to me and said, everybody around me can understand me so much better. And that really, to me, just made my heart soar, because if we can go in as tutors and help the individual work better in her environment, I think that's priceless, and I think that that's what Vita is about.
This video was made possible by the Comcast Foundation in collaboration with St. Mary Medical Center Foundation.